Hello, and I'm about to show you how to make Greek meatballs, also known as beef and mixing some egg, putting the parsley into the bowl with the egg, preparing some garlic, save some garlic for the sauce, and I like to grate the garlic. I also like to use half the onion in the mince and the other half will be reserved for the bread. Some cumin and cinnamon powder, oregano, salt and pepper, and give it a good stir before adding the mince. A dash of milk and some breadcrumbs. I prefer to use panko crumbs, but you can use regular ones, and give that a good and vigorous mix. Now you get the mince and you roll it up into a meatball and almost shape it like a sausage. So like long sausage shaped meatballs, if that makes sense. You can shape them any way you like, but this is the way I like to do it. This is some of the leftover mince that I had. I like to put it in a freezer bag and put it in the freezer for later use. So I'm preparing the sauce now. So put some olive oil in a saucepan. So the key is I add the onion first with a pinch of salt on low heat. That's how we start the sauce, and give that a bit of a stir. And while the sauce is cooking, the sauce will take about 15 minutes. It's a good opportunity to put the meatballs into the frying pan. Just get some color on it. You don't want to cook them all the way through. It's just to get some color on each side. And there we are, the little team of Mr. Hankies just hanging out in the frying pan, getting nice and brown. Remember to add the bay leaf, passata, or crushed tomatoes. I prefer passata, it just comes out a bit smoother. Also add a handful of cloves, oregano, cinnamon, and cumin seeds, salt and pepper to the red sauce. Oh, and the bay leaf. Remember to add the bay leaf as well. That's really important. Add about 1 to 2 depending on how big they are. So the sauce will take about 15 minutes to reduce. I forgot to actually film this, so all I've done is added the meatballs first and then poured the sauce on top. So one I'll bake now for 45 minutes and then for another 15 minutes at a high heat. The second tray I'm actually going to put in the freezer. So I'm just preparing the potatoes for the mash. I'm just wrapping up the extra portion of meatballs and putting them in the freezer. So make sure you use some salted water and boil the potatoes for 15 minutes. I like to bring them up to a boil. Try and reduce some butter. I like to add the butter and milk first just to warm it up, so then I can put in the hot boiled potatoes. It just mixes in a lot better when the milk and butter has been heated first. And just give that a good stir and a good mash. And I always like to do a portion for my toddler first. He loves the mashed potato, so adding that there. And then we'll be adding the Souzoukakia, the Greek meatballs. I like to cut them up for my toddler to little bite sizes, and then portioning some for my husband. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. Let me know how it went in the comments if you enjoyed it or if you added to make it even tastier. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks, all the best.